Some offices are built around cabins and cabins of hierarchy. This one in particular is built around people. In part 2 of the Pierian story, we are walking through Pierian's 1 lakh square feet space in Brigade Software Park in Bengaluru, where multiple teams manage global clients, a CFO quietly de-risks hypergrowth, and a domestic ops leader has stayed for 14 plus years because the learning here has been quite unique. We also met the HR team that treats culture as something you live and not something you frame on a wall, where we also spoke about the low attrition rates and how they have people whose careers that span 15 to 20 years with the same firm. Join me, Jeena Bharwani, as we step into the world that CA Chetan Venugopal and CA Gurunathan Kanatur built, a firm that's growing across cities, countries, but still runs first and always on its people.
Come, Gina. Okay. So I'll just walk you through our office.
Sure, definitely.
So we had got about 100,000, 1 lakh square feet of office space in this place,
Okay.
which is Brigade Software Park. This is one of the floors.
And this is just one of the branches in Bangalore.
See, we have about today 2 major facilities in Bangalore. We had 3. They're consolidating everything in this particular location.
Okay.
This is a tech park, so it's giving us an opportunity to consolidate in one place. So as I said, we have got about 100,000 square feet of space.
Yeah. And so you have teams sitting across like different floors.
Yeah.
So on this floor, what team sits?
See, this floor, we have ecommerce team.
Okay.
And they are serving a lot of top e-commerce customers
Correct.
in a managed service standpoint.
Yeah. That's nice. So you all picked up on your strengths, and since you're not based out of Bangalore, so e-commerce mainly runs out of Bangalore. So you're picked it up and serving those clients.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And also we've been able to across the nation, right? So we have clients in e-commerce from Mumbai and Gurgaon, Calcutta. So we've been able to spread our presence from a clientele standpoint.
That's nice, sir. And you have built it across like 4 different floors, like you mentioned, and you're still acquiring more floors in this park. What's the intention and thought process that has gone in adding posters I've seen across your office? What's that intention?
See, I'll tell you what. See, we really want to scale ourselves. This is more a consolidation of many office spaces we had in Bangalore, but we want to scale in the tier 2 cities. Right today, Pierian has offices not just in Bangalore. There are about 8 locations in the country. So we have recently opened a office in Kochi, which is in the smart city. So our intent is to scale our offices outside Bangalore, but have some of the leadership being based in Bangalore. So we have about 1,000 plus people in Bangalore, but most of the scale ups we want to do outside because there's so much of talent. And as I said, Gurunath and my objective is also to see how much opportunities we can create for people.
Correct.
And I think there are a lot of people who need opportunities outside Bangalore. That's one of the
Nice. And also in Singapore, and you mentioned, Bert, you'll have your own services over there as well.
Yeah.
So you'll have offices set up across, or do you just run it across with extended partners over there?
No, see, Singapore, we have a wholly owned subsidiary. We have a team, we have a local country manager.
All right.
We have a 100% subsidiary in Australia, again a country manager. Say in the case of US, we did an acquisition in the US. So we have our physical presence as a company.
Yeah.
Of course, we build partnership around this. But in each of the geographies we are there, we have our own legal entity, our own teams. And of course, we built a partners ecosystem around that.
So it's like both approaches you're.
Oh, absolutely. Because you need to have, because to give a credibility and confidence to the customers in those regions, unless you have a local presence and a local team, it's very difficult to convince them that we will be able to deliver what they want.
Yeah, that's nice, sir. So I just can't imagine it's only on one floor which e-commerce sits. So take me on the next floor where your other teams sit.
And also I'd like to introduce some of my leadership team which sits out of this place.
Definitely.
Yeah, Gina. So we have 2 of our leaders here. Madhu Krishna as Chief Financial Officer.
Nice.
And Mohan Acharya, who is the Senior Vice President and his Indian clients.
Nice.
So, we are very fortunate at Pierian to have so many senior leaders being working with us for more than 10 years, right? Mohan is with us for almost 14 years now, and Madhu Krishna, CFO, almost 12 plus years. So it's been we must say we are very fortunate, right? For any organization, if you have a stable leadership and mid management, it helps us to scale better.
So, sir, it was really nice when Chetan sir had introduced me to you. And as a CFO, how do you manage risk in this organization? If we could walk and talk about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So basically, if you see the growth which we have had, it is a hyper growth company.
Correct.
And there is about 35% CAGR. We have almost grown revenue 5 times.
Yeah.
And the number of people also 5 times in the last 3-4 years.
Correct.
So the risks have to be mitigated by having a structured approach to risk management. So we have something called as a risk policy for Pierian and a risk register which we maintain, wherein we detail all the strategic risks, the the people risk, the financial risks, operational risks, and IT risks, etc.
It's very important.
So and then we have used a step-by-step approach. We have invested a lot of money, and we have obtained certifications to ensure that the risks are mitigated. At the same time, we have taken steps in terms of taking insurance policies for cyber and crime and professional indemnity, director and officers insurance, etc. Apart from it, we have the GDPR certification, SOC certification. All these are very important frameworks to ensure that the client gains confidence in you, that you can manage a large operation without letting him down, plus at the same time delivering what he wants.
Definitely, that's important, sir. So, how do you tell me something when you, since we are always in a fast-pacing world, right? How do you see that movement in technology as well as this compliance which is there, which every finance department has to maintain? How do you synchronize the two?
So basically, I think the most important thing is having the the mindset to link both technology and compliance. And at the same time, you should have the focus and the energy and bring in expertise whenever required. So compliance is something which if you do, it is something which is a done thing. If you don't do, it costs you a lot.
Exactly.
So that is why we have also have Zoho as our partner since 2018, wherein they are helping us in terms of the filing the GST returns, etc. We have a lot of output which comes out of Zoho books, and we also ensure that our people are compliance focused. We have a compliance calendar, and technology wise, Zoho is what we use for all our compliances. And we also have an oversight of compliance in terms of a consultant, labor consultant who manages our labor compliance. We have audits for labor specifically. We have audits for IT compliance. We have audits for even our the GST.
Correct.
Because GST audit was made non-mandatory 3 years ago, but still we continue to have the audit, and that gives us the comfort that we have done everything well. And while filing our annual returns, it is an audited GST return.
Correct.
Even though it is not mandatory.
Yeah, that's nice. So compliance is like of key importance.
Absolutely, because it costs a lot. If you see the penal provisions which are in the respective statutes, they are all very, very harsh.
Yeah, and especially that you all are dealing with clients, it's all sensitive data. So
Absolutely.
every paisa would count, I would say, rather than every rupee.
100%.
Yeah.
And that is also the client's expectation and trust. Because they entrust us not only with data, they also entrust us with their entire operational framework, etc., where we maintain their books of account, compliance, filings, etc. So we have a combination of knowledge, wherein we have centers of excellence, wherein people who have the right knowledge, they work for the clients, and including giving opinions, taking stand, etc. And wherever we need, we also introduce certain inputs from experts across Bangalore, or even if required across India, to ensure that the framework is always absolutely in sync with the government's expectations.
So what is one finance decision that you've made as a CFO, sir, that has helped Pioneer to reach a different level altogether? Tell me about that.
Basically, I think if you can see the finance decision, which is extremely important, is putting together a proper team,
Correct.
plus ensuring that they are empowered, and then they are supported with the right tools. For example, we have Zoho Books, Zoho Analytics,
Correct.
as well as we have a good banker in terms of Kotak Bank, which which eliminates the financial risk, and then we also ensure that we maintain the books to the granularity which we require. We measure each client, we measure each engagement, we measure each business unit, and we roll it up into the consolidated financial.
Correct. So it's just not one decision, but it's like multiple decisions.
100% with absolute focus.
Yeah.
It is relentless focus. It is you always have business in your mind,
Correct.
and we partner with the business people.
Yeah.
All the time. That is the only way where you can ensure growth with profitability. Otherwise, it could be growth without profitability.
Yes. That's really nice, sir. It was wonderful chatting with you. Thank you so much. Thank you for this conversation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So Mohan sir, it was really nice when Chetan sir had introduced me to you earlier. I want to pick your brain on one or two things about domestic transitions that you do for companies over here, especially in the operation sector. Tell me more about your role on a day-to-day basis. What do you do?
Yeah. See, now my current designation is Associate Vice President. I've been here in this company almost 14 plus years in the domestic division. And the I'm part of I'm heading heading and supporting on the domestic operations
Correct.
and team handling
Yeah.
for the entire domestic. I do report to my BU head.
Yeah.
I support him for the entire domestic divisions. Okay, and with respect to questions on the transition, yes, we do face a lot of challenges when you're trying to do the transition of the fund activities or compliance from the companies.
Yeah.
So what happens? They may not have a set process to do the accounting or compliances with checks and balances. So before doing the transition, we ensure that all these checks and balances are processes have been in the system. If not, we'll identify the gaps. First, as a study, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Identify the gaps. Then after that, we suggest the client, these are gaps are there, and these are the things should be fixed.
Correct.
But we will not stop doing the transition. We continue doing the transition. We'll take up the accuracy as is, and after as a study, when the implementation done, process been in place, then help us in improving the performance.
Okay.
So it also helps in reducing the team members. So that's how the effectiveness comes in, without giving any what do you say about the accuracy or deliveries. We ensure that it's not impacting the accuracy and deliveries.
So, with everything going digital these days, how do you ensure that, say, for someone who is been maintaining manual accounts and all their processes and everything has been manually, how do you ensure that smooth transition from going manual to digital for the domestic transitions?
Yeah. So yes, I do agree. Now the digital world, everything is digital. And in the past, everything is manual. We used to get all the invoice supporting documents is to the physical copies. Now, even though it is in the physical copies, most of their vendors, something that they do have one or the other way, the digital copies will be there.
Correct.
If not, even then, like some vendors, they do maintain the documents, the digital.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we will give a proposal to the client saying that we can deploy one person, maybe executive to the client place, so that it can be digitized and send across those documents to the processing team digitally, maybe by using the tool or something, whatever. Okay, but we'll convert the document to digital so that it helps in the future for retrieving any of the documents or for actually the audit or something like that. That's how we move. We ensure that everything is digital, almost 99% digital.
So you're
Very possible it is.
So you'll basically ensure that there is one executive tagged to one particular company if you're consulting them.
That is not the model. We do have different models,
Okay.
which is called a
Could you
shared model.
Okay.
Shared model. see, its thing is one team may be manager plus assistant manager, team leads and executives.
Sure.
So they handle about 5 to 15 clients.
Correct.
And there is a SPOC.
Okay.
Definitely there is a SPOC for each client.
All right.
He ensure that whatever the deliveries are there for that client is delivered on time
Yeah.
by through his teams.
Correct.
So, but there are some few clients where they require some dedicated resources at their client place. So that also will support you provide that one dedicated resources at client place. But he is not responsible for delivery.
Yeah.
He is only supporting guy
Correct.
to enable or coordinate between their vendors or their employees and Pierian internal team.
Correct.
But even after that, the complete responsibility lies with the SPOC.
Spock. All right. Okay. So that's interesting. So you work with both the variations and not just one particular model of working.
Different models are there. Yes.
That's nice, sir. It was lovely chatting with you, and I hope to see, like, since you said that you mentioned you're almost here for around 14 plus years, I ensure that I hope that you'll be continuing to grow in the organization. And
Yes. I tell you why, because the knowledge what we get in Pierian is something unique.
Correct.
You never get outside. That's why we love the work here. Every day is challenges, different from the challenges, different kind of people, different kind of clients, different kind of activities. That's why challenging every day.
Yeah.
So
true.
it gives that's as I said, it is a unique knowledge what you get here.
It's adding newness to your work
Yes.
for every.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
this
you.
conversation. It was lovely meeting you.
Hi guys, how are you?
How are you?
Hey, good, good. Gina, I'd like to introduce our HR team.
Hi.
Chaitra, Smita,
Nice to meet you. See.
Chetan Jagannath, and Boparna. So they are the pillars of our HR. We have quite a large workforce, but they have been doing a fabulous job. And, all thanks to them that we're able to meet our clients' expectation, because without people being there with us and motivating them and training them and all of that, all this great work is being done by this team.
That's nice. I will come and have a special round of you all in the one of us part of this interview, where I'm going to ask you all questions on like the HR aspect and how you all hire people. What is your thought process? I'm going to pick all your brains for that. So please pardon me for that. So it's quite interesting that I have all the HR leaders over here of Pierian. It's a great organization that you all have built. My first question is, how do you all retain so many people? Because I've interviewed people that have been here for the last 20 years, that have been here for 15 years, for 10 years. So it's like long stints that everyone maintains at Pierian. What is your thought process that you'll help in retention of employees over here?
I'll take that. I'm Basundara. I head the talent acquisition and HR shared services. My colleagues here take care of the HR BP operations role. And the retention mainly falls under the forte. However, my take on retention at Pierian is as follows. I think there are three aspects that makes Pierian unique. It's a founder-led organization which has brought us up till this point in the last 23 years.
Yes.
It's interesting to see that even after about 2.5 decades, the founders are so hands-on and are committed to everything that they do to enable organization operations as well as growth. That's a extremely, when you look up and you see your bosses put down their head and work, that's the best motivator.
Yeah.
I think that's the predominant point. And the second is they've always ensured to put people first. So they have grown the company with people.
Yeah.
So they have ensured to take people along, ensured that people have got the growth that they would like to see while being with the organization.
Yeah.
And that makes us unique. It's a people-first organization.
That's very interesting, because in this day and age, it's very difficult to find an organization that put people first. It's always like, either numbers and metrics first and then people, and people are just counted as one another metric.
Sure.
Yeah. That's interesting. So I'm going to quickly run through, where each one of y'all, how long have y'all been with the organization, and what's one major takeaway that y'all have had while being in the HR department over here? Yeah.
Hi. My name is Bopana. I head the HR operations and strategy for Pierian. I've been associated with Pierian for about 3.5, close to 4 years by now. I think the key takeaways that I myself see in the HR function is one, I closely work with the board of directors day in, day out. They kind of, like my colleague explained, they kind of have a hands-on visibility of day-to-day operations. That also gives us the visibility of their thought process, their way of looking at things. The one thing that I have purposely dwelled more into is in terms of inclusivity and the transparency that this organization kind of focuses on. That's where the communication channel is very clear, crisp, and it is open always. There is no structured, pre-formal approach to a larger extent. That's a key takeaway that I think I've also kind of learned over all these years.
To be transparent, and that's very important for any organization. Yeah, that's nice. So how about you?
So my name is Chetan Jagannath. I head the HRBP division for managed services. I've been closely associated with Pierian for 1.5 years now. And I come from an organization from the service provider where people comes first. And I've seen the same thing here, especially dealing with the generations. There are millennials, there are Gen Zs. There are people, as you mentioned in the beginning, who are there in the system for more than 10 years on an average. The connect that these employees have is definitely the leadership which is there and the board members who have done that. The connect which they have, the open door policy, they can reach out to them at any time. And they listen to the employees. What are the things that they want? What does the employee need and what does the employee want? Based on that, a lot of policies are framed. And we value employee empathy, employee connect, and the engagement with the employees. That is something that Pierian has always uprooted for. So that's the major thing which I have learned. And dealing with the people who are there for the long, that itself shows that how Pierian has been connecting with their employees, and that's the retention that also which we have. It's purely treating everybody as one and being as a family.
Yeah, so whether you're a Gen Z or whether you've been in the system for 20 years or even everyone's treated equally, I would say. That's very nice to see a firm and an organization that believes in that trust and value. My other question would be, when y'all hire people, what is one quality that y'all see that I can say that every employee in Pierian would have that?
I would say integrity and ownership. So we take this extremely seriously, and we are known for our ethics, whether it is with our clients, with employees. I would like to cite, how much when I spoke about the employee first aspect. So we speak to thousands, about a minimum of 5,000 candidates every year to hire about 1,000 people, right? And we take the feedback that comes from these candidates, whether they're selected, onboarded, or rejected through any through the process. We take their feedback very seriously, including, they don't necessarily need to be Pierian employees. So we reach out to them. Should there be any concerns, we clarify. We ensure that every stakeholder engagement, whether they are inside or external stakeholders, the way we engage with them is something that we pay a lot of attention to. And this reflects in everything else that happens once they come on board. So working with my HR colleagues here, after we put in a lot of emphasis on how we hire people. There are a lot of assessments, AI interviews, tests, all of that. There are multiple rounds of interviews, so that it is not just interview of the candidate, but also the candidate gets insight into how we are as an organization and what the expectations out of the role is, and there's enough clarity given. So you would see, I'm sure Chetan, Chaitra, Smita here would vouch, that our infant attrition ratio has come down significantly.
And what's the ratio, if I may ask?
I think it is different for different business units. It is way below industry average, and as Chetan just mentioned, 5% infant attrition, and that is, a testimony to the right things that we're doing, right from how we engage talent through the talent acquisition process.
Yeah.
So this is something that I'm very proud to share about Pierian.
I think 5% is like, I've never seen that across industry, especially at a consulting firm like this.
Yes.
It's very rare to see that. But it's nice. I think the HR folks and everyone else is doing like a great job. And we really can't wait to see how Pierian's going to
Absolutely.
keep soaring even more higher.
Yeah.
And reach
It's a complete top down, right from founders to the various leaders to the HR. Everything is knit into the culture. What is culture?
Yeah.
What we do, right?
Myself Chaitra. So I head people development for e-commerce business in Pierian. So I'm associated with Pierian since 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So basically, two questions like you asked about what is the key takeaway, right? So majorly enabling us to do what we want to do. So I have seen that our leaders enable us to do what we are thought processes, what we want to incorporate for the employees, basically. Very rarely we get that opportunities in the market. So if we have to incorporate any policies, any benefits for employees, they're really open to understand the requirement and enable us to incorporate those things. There's no restrictions. It's majorly they have given authority for us to take a decision on those things. Again, you told about culture. Culture is majorly, it's not something we have written somewhere on our walls or in our policies. It is something what we practice in our daily work life. So that is
the walk in the talk.
Yeah, it's a walk in the talk, and it's majorly, there is a way we behave, we operate, we talk, our meetings happen. So it is embedded within ourselves. So, and that is what we expect when we set an expectation to our new joiners. We say that this is something we want you to embed within your ways of working or a behavior. It's not something just we write on paper and leave it at paper and just go through when we do a performance review or something. So this is something regular behavior what we have in the organization.
Hi, this is Mita, and I'm heading the HRBP organization for the e-commerce division. So I've been associated with Pierian for close to 3.5 years, but known Pierian for close to 20 years. So the reason I'm here, I could say that I've been associated with the co-founders, and there were a lot of informal or formal meetings that I used to keep meeting the co-founders, and what I found good in them is they value the talent and they value the people. And this is why I was here 3 years ago, and e-commerce was completely new. So as my colleagues mentioned, it is more to do with the growth opportunity that we get here. Every individual or every employee who is a key talent, who is a key performer, gets the flexibility of getting the growth path within the organization. So when you say the lot of programs that we run across, the career development programs, succession planning, and mentorship programs, and we have key talent retention programs that we run. So this is where the organization leaders value the key talents within the organization, and there's an ample opportunity for everyone to grow in various domains. So this is about the one good thing that we're asking about the company.
That's nice. Yeah. So I think apart from just hiring people, you all are also focused on retaining people. I think the very fact that you mentioned that, there are retention programs as well. So that also shows that, you're focused on that as well, not just going on hiring people.
Exactly.
That's nice. Thank you so much for this conversation. I've had a lovely time chatting with you all. And like I said earlier also, I hope that, Pierian keeps growing and to multifolds as well in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.